So...
Archie Chronicles is an action MMORPG set to release in 2025 for PS5, Xbox Series X/S, and PC. Developed by XLGAMES and published by KAKAOGAMES. Archie Chronicles takes place in the mythical land of Auroria, a long-lost realm that has been rediscovered during the Age of Pioneers. Modern-day pioneers venture into this uncharted land, hoping to carve out a name for themselves. You play as a new explorer, part of a recently established trading company, embarking on an adventure in Auroria. The game's story is deep and engaging. Players can take on different roles, from brave explorers to mysterious sorcerers and powerful warriors.
Prove yourself. If you survive this trial,
The Witcher 4, as the beginning of a new trilogy in the Witcher series, follows the story of Ciri, Geralt of Rivia's adopted daughter. Set after the events of The Witcher 3: Wild Hunt, Ciri becomes the main protagonist and embarks on new adventures. In this game, Ciri takes on the role of a witcher, accepting monster hunting contracts and facing various challenges. One of her quests occurs in a village threatened by a monster, where the villagers resort to human sacrifice to rid themselves of the beast. Ciri fights against these superstitions and attempts to save a young girl from being sacrificed. The game is based on Andrzej Sapkowski's books, aiming to offer a rich and detailed world.
the sword is not...
Blood of Moran is an indie action-adventure hack-and-slash game inspired by the tales of 1001 Nights. You play as Moran, a brave and fearless warrior, seeking revenge for the murder of his wife and daughter by Caliph Salim bin al-Samad and his soldiers. At the beginning of the story, the Caliph and his soldiers attack Moran's village, burning homes and brutally killing his wife, Parvaneh, and daughter, Hania, before his eyes. Moran tries to defend his family, but is stopped by a sorcerer and is forced to witness their deaths. He later wakes up in a dark prison and vows to escape and take revenge on those responsible. Throughout the game, Moran faces legendary enemies and complex puzzles that take him on a perilous journey filled with danger and challenges.
Who are you? What are you doing here?
Don't worry, Your Highness. We'll be better acquainted soon.
No!
These are the canyons.
Canyons is a third-person survival shooter set in a procedurally generated post-apocalyptic world. Players can experience the game solo or in co-op mode with up to 4 players. Players take control of massive machines called crawlers and explore a world filled with dangers, endless storms, scorching heat, terrifying creatures, and ruthless humans. The main goal of the game is to survive and navigate this harsh environment. Players can establish shelters in canyon caves and equip them with essential survival facilities.
There it is! Huge crawlers! Only they will allow you to survive in the canyons. Looks like we'll have to find a bigger crawler.
The continent of Pi.
Crimson Desert is an action-adventure open-world game set in the fantasy world of Pywell. The story revolves around Macduff, the leader of a group of mercenaries called Greymanes. Macduff struggles with the challenges of leadership and painful memories from his past, while fighting to survive and unite the lands in a world torn by war and chaos. Initially planned as a prequel to Black Desert Online, the game evolved into a standalone single-player experience set in the same universe. After the first reveal at the Game Awards 2020, Pearl Abyss released developer commentary videos showcasing their vision for the game. The game utilizes the Black Space engine, an upgraded version of the engine used in Black Desert Online.
For those who have died, for those who have survived, and for those who will live on, this is our mission.
In Season 2, a Mudrunner game, players travel to the snowy Carpathian Mountains in Eastern Europe, facing new challenges with rough terrain and harsh weather conditions. This season focuses on exploring dark caves and using off-road driving skills to navigate natural obstacles. The new map features the snowy Carpathian region, offering players the chance to explore a difficult and complex environment. Additionally, 3 new vehicles are introduced: the Mercedes-Benz Unimog 2450 for various off-road missions, the Decent S 3T for hauling cargo through the toughest paths, and the Tron BR 0D for navigating rugged terrain. 2 new specialists also join the team: the hydrologist, who can measure snow depth, and logistics, who specializes in improving the performance of ground drones.
Powered with electricity, this new drone can be piloted like a full-size vehicle, but has the advantage of being able to sneak in anywhere and of being less affected by the terrain conditions.
In For Honor, the story revolves around the endless wars between 3 main factions: the Knights, Vikings, and Samurai. In Year 9, titled Theaters of War, new heroes and map updates are added, enhancing the story and gameplay experience. The introduction of new heroes brings fresh narratives and dynamics to the game. The Viking faction receives a new warrior capable of commanding wolves, adding a unique combat strategy. The Samurai faction also introduces a new hero, with their own backstory and fighting style. Alongside these character additions, new maps and environments expand the lore and experience, providing fresh challenges for players. The Year 9 update focuses on enriching the story and gameplay, adding new layers to the ongoing war between the factions.
Oh, looks like our first new hero has arrived! This is going to be one spectacular year in Heathmore!
Judas is a first-person shooter game, developed and published by Ghost Story Games. The game is directed by Ken Levine, the creator of the BioShock series. In Judas, you play as a mysterious and adventurous character named Judas aboard a crumbling spaceship called the Mayflower. The game takes place aboard Mayflower, a generational ship carrying humanity's last survivors to Proxima Centauri. 3 key figures control the ship: Tom, who wants to preserve humanity in its original form; Nefertiti, his Nobel-winning wife, who dreams of transforming humanity into a race of robots; and their adopted daughter, Hope, who seeks to erase her own existence. The computers on the ship control society, shaping humans to behave according to expectations. The protagonist, Judas, has managed to break free from this control, leading to a revolution within Mayflower. Myth of Empires is an upcoming multiplayer sandbox warfare game that will release its Shizhou Civilization Pack expansion on March 20th, 2025. In this game, you can play as one of the available characters, explore a vast world, build and lead your army, create cities and forts, fight enemies, and search for treasures and secrets in the world of Myth of Empires. The game features engaging role-playing elements and high-quality graphics that provide a real and immersive, open-world fantasy experience. The game also features strategic and management elements that challenge you to build a powerful empire. With the vast world of Myth of Empires, collaborating with other players, exploring new areas, and battling monsters and multiple enemies are some of the opportunities the game offers. The Occultist is a first-person narrative-driven psychological horror game developed by Daylore and published by Daedalic Entertainment. Players assume the role of Alan Rebels, a paranormal investigator who travels to the enigmatic island of Godstone to uncover the mystery behind his father's sudden disappearance. The island, abandoned since 1950, was once inhabited by a sinister cult known for disturbing experiments and cruel rituals, leading to the island's eternal damnation. Alan must explore this abandoned and eerie island, face spirits and dangerous creatures, and uncover secrets that could change his life. The game combines complex puzzles and stealth gameplay, creating a tense and terrifying experience for players.
Engraved in my mind are images that would make any man tremble. But I am not just any man.
Sorrows is an upcoming third-person action game developed by Housemarque and published by Sony Interactive Entertainment. Set to be released in 2026 exclusively for the PlayStation 5, the game offers a haunting storyline and innovative gameplay mechanics. Sorrows tells the story of Arjun Devraj, an enforcer from the planet Carcosa, who is on a mission to uncover the fate of a lost colony. In this mysterious world, a widespread eclipse has caused strange and terrifying changes in the environment. Arjun seeks to uncover the secrets behind this event and the fate of the colony, but he faces numerous threats along the way. The game's story delves into themes of sacrifice, the search for a new future, and confronting both natural and supernatural disasters.
For every death, I always come back stronger. I know that you are here, and I will find you.
The Blood of Dawnwalker is an upcoming dark fantasy action role-playing game, developed by Rebel Wolves and published by Bandai Namco Entertainment. Set in a fictional 14th century medieval kingdom named Vale Sangora, located in the Carpathian Mountains, the game draws heavily from Eastern European folklore, offering a richly detailed world filled with supernatural creatures, moral dilemmas, and political intrigue. Players will navigate the Gothic world of Vale Sangora, exploring its dark forests, treacherous mountains, and decaying castles. The narrative follows Cohen, a protagonist afflicted with silver poisoning and a vampiric curse, who has 30 days to save his family. His journey is intertwined with his sister, Lunka, whose mysterious condition is central to the unfolding story. The antagonist, Brensis, is an ancient vampire who has imposed a blood tax on the human populace, leading to widespread discontent and servitude under vampire lords.
Blood spilled carelessly, like water. Things will be different now. For all of you.
Prologue Go Way Back is a single-player survival open-world game developed by PlayerUnknown Productions. This game utilizes machine learning-based terrain generation, resulting in millions of possible maps and offering a unique experience every time you play. In this game, you play as a survivor in a world without civilization, and you must struggle to survive in dangerous, natural environments like forests, mountains, and vast plains. The story of the game revolves around survival and discovering a vast, unknown world where no external support exists. You must gather various resources, craft basic tools, and find places to shelter. Additionally, throughout the game, you will face natural challenges such as storms, snow, rain, and wild creatures that you either have to avoid or fight to stay alive. Terminator 2D is a 2D action game based on the classic movie Terminator 2: Judgment Day. The game is developed by Bitmap Bureau and published by Reef Entertainment. Players can take on the roles of popular characters such as Sarah Connor, John Connor, and T-800 to fight against T-1000 and prevent the destruction of humanity. The story follows the core plot of the movie, where the future of humanity is at stake due to Skynet's rise and the ensuing war between machines and humans. Players will experience key events from the movie, including the iconic chase scenes and action-packed battles, but with new scenarios and multiple endings that explore alternate outcomes and further develop the storyline.
Terminated. Prehistory.
2 Point Museum is a management simulation game developed by 2 Point Studios and published by Sega. In the game, players take on the role of a museum manager, tasked with creating and managing unique museums. In the game, players are tasked with designing, managing, and expanding their museums, all while maintaining a balance between keeping visitors entertained and making the museum a profitable success. The game's narrative centers around the idea of creating unique and engaging exhibits, which can range from historical artifacts to quirky, imaginative collections. As you progress, you'll need to overcome challenges like limited budgets, managing space, and attracting more visitors to your museum. With each museum you run, you explore new themes and scenarios, making each museum experience different from the last.
And that concludes our tour of our magnificent museum. Tell your friends, bring your family. After all, you can't spell museum without you and me.